Untitled Drums.
What's up, y'all? It's Priyo and Joni. I've been getting a lot of emails for this, and people have been asking me how I did my drum pad scratching at EDM Volume 4 and a couple other events where I picked up the drum pad and I started scratching on it. So today's going to be a tutorial on that. Okay, first things first, what you'll need is a program like Serato Scratch Live. That's what I use to do this trick. I'm pretty sure you can do this on Tractor, as long as it's a program that allows you to set cue points. And you need a MIDI controller drum pad where you can set the cue points. I have the MIDI controller routed to a hub so that I can put everything all together. And the mixer, of course. Okay, inside Scratch Live, what we have to do first is we set it on internal, and we set the pitch range to 100%. Okay, next we are going to click MIDI on the top right, and we are going to assign the first 4 cue points to 4 pads on the drums. And it's pretty easy to do. All you got to do is click on the first cue point, and to assign it, you click on the drum pad you prefer. You can do it on any drum pad. I usually like using these 4 for my left deck. So the next one turns brown. Assign it to this deck. Next one. And next one. Okay, so now we have our cue points assigned to 4 pads on the drum. Next, what we'll do is we are going to set the pitch control to one of the knobs. It could be a fader, it could be a knob. On mine, I have a top fader, and I prefer to use this one for the pitch. So now it is assigned, and every time I move it, every time I move it, it actually coordinates with the pitch control inside the program. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to turn off the MIDI mapping mode by clicking MIDI, and we're back to Serato mode. We're going to load up a scratch sample. This is one that I made myself, and I will actually include the scratch sample down below on the description. And I'm going to load it on the left deck. And right now I don't have any cue points set. So what we'll do, we're going to assign 4 cue points to 4 different scratch samples inside this track. So the first one, I got the ah sound. I'm going to drag it right there. And what I actually do is I don't actually start at the very, very beginning. I let it ride just a little bit inside it right in the beginning. And then I'll assign that to cue point number 1. You can use any scratch sample you want, but just for this tutorial, I'm going to use 4 of my favorite ones. We're going to assign that one to number 2. This is the ah yeah sound right here. Just a little bit. And then for the last one, I want that R2D2 sound, which is this one. Assign that to number 4. So now I have a sample on each cue point. And because I assigned those 4 cue points to drum pads, to 4 pads on the drum, I have this. Okay, so now we are ready to rock. Basically, I'm gonna assume that you have some understanding of scratching, and if you do scratch, whatever hand you use the fader on, I'm left-handed. I use my left hand for the fader. That should be the hand you use on the drum pad. On my right hand, that's what I'm gonna use to control the pitch. So it kind of is parallel to how you actually scratch conventionally. Okay, so now we're gonna pick up the drum pad, and since this is my fader hand, that's what I'm gonna use to trigger the buttons. And then I use my right hand to variate the pitch. If you're right-handed, I would suggest doing it the other way, maybe even doing it on the right deck. But I'm left-handed, and I prefer being on the left deck. So let's try that. I'm gonna play a track on the right side, and we're gonna have a little fun. So you can do basic transformers. So you can just switch whatever sample you want. So let's do something a little bit trickier. Let's do some crabs. And my favorite is the twiddle. So just like the twiddle on a crossfader. And you don't have to pick it up. You can even do it with the drum pad sitting down. So that is my drum pad scratching. It's not very hard to set up. The only thing that you have to know is how to understand how to make certain sounds. And every time you end it, I always go back to 0% so that it has a nice smooth ah, which is, middle of the knob. So, yeah. Hope you guys have fun with that and you guys like that, and I'll see you at the next event.